Before they go to application, application definition, you have to enable the native change detection for the particular application. So let's quickly check whether it's been enabled or not in the Active Directory application. Okay, it's been already enabled. I'm sorry I missed. What is native change detection? Oh, okay. So answer relies on that only. Native change detection. Native change detection means you have an identity. The same identity has been created in the target system via some events. Join an event or someone has submitted access request. You got access to the target application. Let's say yesterday, as part of join an event, Vinay and some other people got Active Directory access. In the end system, identity has been created right. In their identity cube also, we are able to see they have access to Active Directory application. So all access provisioning or deprovisioning has to go through Sailpoint, via Sailpoint only, by access request, or any other certification it could be. If someone is removing their access, if someone is trying to change anything in the directory, in the end system, if they are going to make any changes, from Sailpoint side, they haven't done anything. In the directory end system, they are going to remove anything. So, in that scenario, how it's going to prevent the events, how Sailpoint will come to know. Is it clear, Pratish? All access, removal or addition has to go through via Sailpoint only. If someone is making some changes directly in the end system, how we can take action on that. Basically, that's the purpose. So let's say, first you have to enable the native change detection in your application. If someone is going to add entitlement or remove entitlement, event will get triggered. Or else, if you're going to define any attribute, something we have defined in active right. The same based on attribute changes you want to trigger. You can select something like that based on inactive, or based on some start date. If you want to trigger any event, you can mention something like that. But in Active Directory application, I'm going to deal with entitlements only. So I can select entitlement. Entitlement means groups. So for create operation, modify operation, delete operation, native change detection has to enable. Already it's been configured in Active Directory application. So first thing. Second, go to Setup Lifecycle Events. We need to create the event. So click on Add New Lifecycle Event. Mention native change, detection or something. So it will detect all the changes happen in the target system. Now event type you have to select. So default we have native change event type. So you can select that. That's fine. Here it's going to include for all identities. So workflow, which workflow you are going to select. Based on that only it will decide. So we have a workflow called Manager Approval for all native changes. What it will do. Whenever there is some changes, it will trigger a notification to manager. Manager has to take some action on that. So that's what the workflow will do. So I have selected the workflow. Click on Save, which means I have created some event. So event has been created and it's in the active state 1. Now what I'll do from back end, from the target application, I'll try to remove some identity. Let's say I'm going to remove this Vinay identity directly. By accident or purposefully, some changes has been made in the target system for this Vinay identity. It's been removed. Let's open Identity Warehouse. You can check Vinay Identity Application Account. Active Directory account is there, and status is active. But someone has deleted his account in the back end in the target application. So usually account aggregation will happen. So let me trigger that account aggregation Active Directory account aggregation. Before that I'll show in the debug page also. Open identity name called Vinay. Now there is no trigger snapshot. Nothing is there. Basically, it has some access to Active Directory application. It's quite simple. Now I'm going to run that account aggregation Active Directory account aggregation. So each and every day, this account aggregation will run. Now go to Task Results. Active Directory account aggregation. So via this account, aggregation Sailpoint will come to know, okay, these changes have happened in the target system. And it will update the target system. It will update in the identity too. The user's identity will update in the back end. So here everything has been changed. Identity updated. 5 account optimized. But no account has been deleted. Nothing has been mentioned over here. Just some identity has been updated. That's what here it's mentioned. Now go to debug page. Try to open this Vinay identity. Just a minute. It's not triggered anything. Here, some attribute changes has to be made. Trigger snapshot has to be there. Let me quickly check. It's not there. It's not updating. 818. So let me try to quickly for Active Directory account aggregation. Or else I'll try to pick for another user. It should reflect in the identity queue. Then only it will trigger an event. so the timestamp has not been updated. Still, it's at 818. It should be 842.